What is going on, everybody? It is Ahmed, and I am back today with yet another video for you all. And today, guys, we're going to talk about a token that launched recently that is up significantly during this overall market pullback. As always, I like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor, but rather I always try to put you guys on the plays that I'm in. And what this token is actually showing us is regardless of market conditions, there are always opportunities in the market that present themselves. So let's go ahead and dive in. And we're going to first talk about the chart because that is what is really impressing me during these rough market conditions and market pullback. The token we're going to talk about today is Theory Token, also known as the Science DAO, launched by the Yasha Launchpad team. And you guys know I've talked about that team for endless days, endless hours, because I'm a huge fan of what they've been doing. But this project here is the one that is near and dear to my heart. As a pharmacist, as a scientist, I see what they're trying to do, and they're really trying to solve an issue that is prevalent in the space. So you can see overall, a lot of people had questions. Why in the world was it running sideways for almost a week prior to seeing it on the official launch day, which was May 5th, 6 days ago? Well, the big reason is they actually did a silent stealth launch and kept it quiet. This is when they, again, started doing things in the background, started getting all the liquidity locked, all the things that you were looking to. The audit was completed. Everything was done in silence. And then they announced the launch. And all the people were infuriated. And when I say infuriated, I mean the individuals that were setting up their bots. People who usually like to bot launches. Well, they couldn't this time because, hey, what happened? The excitement was there. The launch already occurred. And then again, this was what you call in decentralized finance a true fair launch. Currently up 8.5% on the day, up 1,000% on the week. We're going to talk about the Science DAO. And again, this is not a new project to the channel. If you guys recall, back on January 8th, 2022, I created a video talking about, let's talk about this easy 10x crypto opportunity, which since launch, it's up 1,000%. So it actually did 10x, which is pretty awesome. And this was the initial white paper and my initial discussion on the Science DAO. So let's go ahead and dive into their website. A decentralized think tank, incubator engine, and accelerator platform aimed to empower inventors, not investors, but inventors, entrepreneurs, and institutions to collaborate and make informed investments in a wide spectrum of technologies and the life science. So you're going to see here, they have a few different things that they're going to be focusing on. Medical. So again, as a pharmacist, when I started hearing about the hot topics that they're trying to cover in some of these startups that they're looking to potentially start funding, I'm talking CAR T cells. So again, just the future of oncology, the future of oncology therapeutics, it's all in CAR T. I remember when I was going through my pharmacy degree, and again, I didn't graduate that many years ago, but I remember when I was going through my training, that's one of the things that one of the oncologist pharmacists came and gave us lectures regarding some therapeutics. Again, and we could talk about antimitotics. I'm a little rusty, so again, just going off the dome here. But antimitotic therapy that are used, different chemotherapies, radiation. The big thing is with CAR T cells, think about it. Your own T cells that are basically helping you fight whatever cancer or, again, malignant tumor is currently forming in the body. So again, they're looking for new cures, possesses, and new age with the medical, genetics, nutrition, mycology, microbiology, anatomy, science of city planning, renewable energy and climate, and science of waste disposal. And mind you guys, this is going to be the first of many videos to come for the Science DAO, because if I had to cover everything on their white paper and on their website, it would be a very long video. But going in here, the other thing that might impress a lot of you that are learning about this project for the first time is the advisory panel. These individuals aren't just, again, nobodies. And the big names that I want to focus on here is Juan Carlos Juame. He's a professor of medicine, chief of endocrinology and diabetes and metabolism at the University of Toledo. He also doubles as a director of an MD PhD program, and he's the clinical director of endocrine research, or CEDAR. And that's over again at the University of Toledo. If you guys want to look into him, who Juan is, always do your due diligence on teams prior to, again, investing money into it. As always, not financial advice. I was not paid, by the way, any compensation for this video. This is one that I actually just received pre-sale allocation for, which again, I'm really excited about. And I think this is one of those that I'm going to be very long on because again, it aligns with some of the things that I really like, including, science, obviously. So you can see Kevin, the CTO. There's Calvin, Martin Shams. So he's a professor at the University of Oxford, and he is a professor of finance and economics. You have Mark, who has been running and investing in software and bioinformatics, biotech companies for a long time. Lucinda has a lot of experience in venture capital. I'm talking 20 plus years. These aren't, again, just nobody. These are individuals with a lot of experience. CEO of Oda Solutions, Franklin Mayfield. Guys, go in and read these bios about these individuals because, again, I think that's what will really start exciting you. Of course, the Yasha team. We have Joey, Anthony, D-Register, Z, T, Steven. So all these individuals we've interacted with multiple times. I had Joey on the channel. We've done Twitter spaces together. And a huge shout out to Joey as the CEO of the Science DAO. And I'm really excited to see what they do, and where this token goes. Now, going into their pitch deck, you might wonder, what is the point of the Science DAO? Like, what in the world is going on? And I think, again, what you can look at is this competitive advantage. Because basically right now, when it comes to science, basic science research, I have a lot of friends that are currently committing their whole life to research. Well, they have to go through a whole bunch of writing. When we talk about the two ways to currently get funding, is either through VC or venture capital firms that really like what you're working on, they think it's innovative and they think it's going to yield them high returns, or through grants from the NIH, the National Institute of Health, or individuals who have a lot of funding within the federal government. So having government entities surrounding your project, of course, is going to give it the kind of aid that you are looking for in terms of funding, recognition, all those kind of things. But now this is where the Science DAO comes in. So you could see all the check marks, and I love this slide as part of their pitch deck. So project founders receive expert help and advice. That's something that is offered by the Science DAO with their advisory panel and their advisory team. VCs obviously have big names on their, and I'm talking VCs having billions and billions of dollars. And grants, we know how that is. With the NIH, we know what they've done with COVID, Fauci and his team and all the other individuals that are part of the health committee over with the National Institute of Health. Specialized investors and mentors for large dollar seed rounds. The Science DAO also offers this because, again, it's allowing people like you and I to start getting into the space. Built on the blockchain, this is what differentiates VC grants and the Science DAO. Well, the Science DAO is built on the blockchain. It allows anyone to invest in scientific discoveries, not just people with a lot of money and not just people that are affiliated with different grants. So again, allowing the retail investor an entry point to some really cool technology. NFT exchange ticket to access future rounds of funding, continued royalties from exchange of NFTs for founders. The key differentiator is liquidity of investment. No geographical restrictions or accreditation status. So let's take a pause here because, again, I think if I continued talking about all the different things on the pitch deck, people would probably be like, what in the world is happening? But what you need to all understand is the opportunity that's presenting with the Science DAO. Go in, read the pitch deck, go in, look at the advisory board, go in to their Twitter, Telegram, if you want to communicate with the team or the current community members. But what I want to tell everybody right now is I talk about this channel as an opportunity, almost like an angel investor, getting in early on projects within the crypto space, investing money into them, and hopefully having a really nice return, short and long-term return. Well, with the Science DAO specifically, it's going to actually give us the opportunity to become angel investors. They have a treasury fund that they are collecting within the DAO itself, and we as the DAO members get to participate and choose what tech do we want to invest in, right? So I'm talking big startups that currently are in need of funding, the Science DAO can present. And it's as easy as, if we go back on the website here, let's go back, and I'm going to make my screen small one more time so you guys can see. If we go back to the website, way at the top, you guys could see right there, the top right-hand side, there's going to be this option for people to start submitting their projects. So the Science DAO, us as the investors and the core team get to make decisions on whether or not we want to fund this project. Mind you, healthcare startups, biotech, biopharmaceutical startups are the ones that oftentimes yield the highest returns. I'm talking 1,000x returns oftentimes seen within the space. Yes, a lot of them don't succeed. 100%, totally understandable. Just like we've seen time and time again in the crypto space, not all projects succeed. But the fact that via a DAO, we can put money into many different projects, that is going to be where the lifetime opportunity presents itself. So the Science DAO, if you're someone who's been looking into getting into angel investing, didn't have the capital to do it, you don't have $25,000, $50,000, $100,000, to put it on a seed round to, the next artificial pancreas, right? A prosthetic pancreas. That's one of the hot topics right now. One of the big things with type 1 diabetes and the reason that people have to continue to give them some insulin. I'm saying that off the top of my head because one of the advisory members is a professor and head of endocrinology at the University of Toledo. But again, when we have these kind of things, the only way to really participate in funding such a thing is either, again, through venture capital or having a lot of money to participate in seed rounds, or you are part of, again, some National Institute of Health or a segment of that government entity that you can start, again, offering money via grants for a percentage, of course, right? They always get a cut, and that's just how that works. But now for us, with the Science DAO, we get to collectively make decisions on what we invest in as a DAO. And also, we start to put money into, yes, the token itself, which in turn, you have a percentage of the treasury that goes out to these smaller startup projects. And whenever they 10x, 100x, 1000x, we now have an exit. We now have money that is coming back to us, which is absolutely monumental. This is something that is going to be, again, a shift, I think, in decentralized finance. And it's going to really present an opportunity for those that decide to get in. So again, at a $19 million market cap right now, the Science DAO is in its infancy stage. Do your research as always, do your due diligence and identify whether or not this is a token for you. But for me, I'm in 100% transparency, got in at pre-sale, and I'm excited to see where this thing goes over the next months to years to even decades, because the idea and the concept behind it is excellent. As long as the team continues to deliver, I think this is going to be big. Appreciate your support. Smash the like button and also consider subscribing to the channel. And until next time, everybody, as always, keep investing. Peace.